Let me take you somewhere for a minute. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, not the kind that shows your reflection on the outside. I'm talking about that inner mirror, the one you try to avoid sometimes. That mirror that reflects everything you dream of becoming, everything you could be, but also everything you've convinced yourself you're not ready to be. You look in that mirror and say, I'm not good enough yet. I'm not ready. I'm not perfect. And because of that voice, because of that doubt, you don't move, you don't start, you don't try, you just wait. But let me tell you something that could change your life. The mirror isn't the problem. The problem is you're measuring yourself against perfection when you should be measuring yourself by progress. So today, I want to talk to you about one simple choice that can transform everything. Choose progress over perfection. See, too many of us are sitting on dreams, talents, gifts, waiting for the stars to align, for the moment to be just right. We keep waiting to be smarter, stronger, richer, more connected, more polished. We say, I'll do it when the timing's better. But let me hit you with this truth. There is no perfect moment. There's just now, and the ones who win in life, they ain't the ones who are perfect. They're the ones who started. Look around. The people you look up to, the ones with the houses, the businesses, the platforms, the families, the legacies, they weren't born with some magic potion. They weren't handed their success. They didn't get it by waiting around. They got it because they moved, even when they didn't feel ready. Let me paint a picture for you. There's a woman with a dream to open a bakery. She's been baking since she was a little girl. Her family always tells her, you should sell these. But what does she do? She waits until she can rent the perfect shop, until she has the perfect logo, until her Instagram feed looks just right. And 5 years go by, 10, the dream sits on a shelf, not because she couldn't, but because she thought she had to get it perfect. Now contrast that with another woman. She's got no logo, no shop. She starts baking cookies in her tiny kitchen and selling them to coworkers, to neighbors, to her church. She burns some batches, misspells some labels. Her packaging ain't cute, but every month she sells more. Every mistake she learns, every sale she grows. Fast forward a year. She's renting a booth at the farmer's market. Another year, she's shipping nationwide. Now you tell me, which one succeeded? It wasn't the one who waited to get it perfect. It was the one who chose progress. Let me break it down even further. Progress is about effort. It's about commitment. It's about doing the best you can with what you have, and then doing a little bit more the next time. You don't have to be perfect to make a difference. You just have to be willing to move. So many people are stuck in what I call the land of almost. They almost launched their business. They almost wrote that book. They almost made that call. They almost took the leap. But they let fear dress itself up as perfectionism. They told themselves, I need to get everything right first. Listen, right never comes. The first version is never the best version. But that first version, that's the one that gets you in the game. You want to be in shape. You don't wait for the perfect gym plan or the perfect diet. You start walking around the block. You drink more water. You cut 1 soda a day. That's progress. You want to fix your relationship with your kids. You don't wait until you know the perfect words. You start showing up. Start listening more. Hug them more. That's progress. You want to grow spiritually. You don't need to know every scripture, every rule. You start praying, start reading, start asking for guidance. That's progress. And the beauty of progress is that it builds. Every small step makes the next one easier. Every mistake makes the next decision smarter. Every not quite there moment makes you more resilient, more wise, more powerful. See, perfection is a finish line that keeps moving. But progress is a ladder. Every step gets you higher. Every step brings you closer. Every step teaches you something new. I've seen so many people talk themselves out of their destiny because they were comparing their beginning to someone else's middle. You scroll through social media and you see polished, shiny, edited lives, and you say, I'll never be like that. But you don't see the behind the scenes. You don't see the nights they cried, the times they failed, the moments they nearly quit. You're comparing your raw footage to someone else's highlight reel, and that's unfair to your own journey. What if I told you that messy progress is more powerful than perfect stagnation? What if I told you that you're going to inspire more people by being real than by being flawless? What if I told you that the very thing you're embarrassed about, the stumble, the fall, the first awkward step, is the thing that's going to set you apart? You don't need to be a finished product to have value. You just need to show up. Let me tell you something else. Progress is contagious. When people see you trying, showing up, improving, they get motivated. Your consistency lights a fire in others. You become living proof that change is possible. Don't underestimate the power of your progress. You may not see the results right away. You may not feel like it's working. But trust me, every seed you plant is growing underground before it ever breaks the surface. You think a tree becomes tall in a day. No, it pushes through dirt, it battles storms, it bends in the wind, but it keeps growing. You've got to keep growing. Stop telling yourself, I'll do it when I'm ready. You're never going to feel 100% ready. You start, and then you become ready. You take that step and the path reveals itself, and I know it's scary. It's scary to not have all the answers. It's scary to fail in public. But let me tell you what's even scarier. Waking up 10 years from now in the exact same place, haunted by what could have been. Let that sink in. You were not put here to stay still. You were not designed to wait on perfection. You were created to grow, to stretch, to move. You were given gifts for a reason. You were built with purpose, and purpose is not served by waiting. It's served by doing. So what if you mess up? Mess up. Learn, adjust, move forward. So what if they laugh? Let them laugh. They're watching from the sidelines while you're on the field. So what if it's hard? Hard doesn't mean it's wrong. Hard means it matters. Every time you choose progress over perfection, you build a foundation for greatness. You may not see it today, but your future self will thank you. And here's the truth. Your life does not change all at once. It changes one step at a time, one habit, one decision, one brave move. Don't aim for perfect. Aim for better. Don't wait for flawless. Reach for growth. Don't hold out for the best time. The best time is right now. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're not unworthy. You're on the edge of something amazing, and all it takes is one step, one imperfect, courageous, honest step to get moving. You are not a mistake. Your dream is not a joke. Your potential is not imaginary. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to choose progress today, right now, not next week, not next month, not when everything lines up. Now, and when you do that, when you make that choice consistently, every day, you become unstoppable. Because the people who succeed in life, they ain't the smartest or the fastest or the most talented. They're the ones who kept showing up. Progress over perfection. Every time, let me leave you with this. You've got something special inside you. You know it. You feel it. It's that tug in your heart, that quiet whisper that says, there's more for me. And the truth is, you're right. There is more growth, more impact, more life, but you'll never reach it if you keep waiting for everything to be perfect. Perfection is a myth. It's the enemy of action. It's the excuse we use to protect ourselves from risk, from judgment, from failure. But let me tell you what's worse than failing: regret. That cold feeling of knowing you could have done something, could have been something, but you let the moment pass because it wasn't neat enough, pretty enough, ready enough. You don't need more time. You need more courage, the courage to take that first messy step, the courage to try, to fall, and to rise again, the courage to believe that progress, even slow, quiet, humble progress, is still movement forward. Don't let perfection steal your potential. Don't let fear dress itself up as preparation. Start where you are, build with what you have, speak even if your voice shakes, move even if your legs tremble. Try even if you fail, because the only real failure is staying still. Every great story began with someone who chose progress over perfection, and now it's your turn. You don't need to wait. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Your breakthrough isn't waiting for perfection. It's waiting for you to move, so choose progress again and again, even when it's messy, even when it's slow, even when no one claps. Because progress, that's how mountains move, that's how legacies are built, that's how lives change, and that life you've been dreaming of, it's not found in perfection. It's found in the steps you take, starting right now.